But
The Campari shooters, come on.
aside from the drink, I've been playing Biomutant also. I'm not as impressed with the game. Uh, it's funny enough. I played the game. I played a good maybe 4 hours, maybe five total. And I was telling Danny how I feel about it. And funny enough, the things that I said, he was telling me that a lot of reviewers are actually saying the same thing, which is basically it's too much shit in one game and it doesn't have a clear focus on what it wants to be. Like it doesn't have its own identity. Like when you play a game, especially that has like mechanics and stuff that borrows from other franchises and things like that, you still kind of need your game to have its own identity to kind of stand out from the rest. And that Biomutant doesn't really have that
It
with me.
does, but it's using to stand out from the rest is not good.
Mm.
Like they're trying to do a combination of. I mean, the only thing that stands out is they're trying to do this narrative type of dialogue where you're
So
playing as
annoying.
all these creatures, and
Mhm.
there's all these the whole world is for these creatures. Creatures don't talk, or they have their own language, just say. So they almost like a Sims, or not quite, but like its own
Oh yeah,
fucking
yeah,
language.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's a Sims, the Sims language.
No, it's not the
Hmm.
Sims language, but it's just they all have their
It's just gibberish though. Yeah.
Gibberish.
yeah. It's just
Kind of
gibberish.
like actually
So
it's a lot like fake dialogue from like Legend of Zelda games. Like the way
yes,
they just
Mm.
it's
yes,
just weird
that's a
shit.
great
Yeah.
example. That's a great example. But because it does that, they have a narrator that translates everything for you. So throughout the entire game, all you're basically doing is using this, you're hearing this translator try to translate the entire game. So you get this one tone feel of even when they're trying to describe his backstory and everything, it just still has the same feel when you're supposed to be feeling good things about him, his family dying, not bad, feeling sad for his family dying, all the crazy shit. But the same tone that they use to describe his family dying is the same tone that they're using to describe what your fucking weapon does.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that sounds really fucking horrible. I should hear some nice music, something to get you into that feel. Okay, this is what it is. Oh, I'm feeling sad because these parents are dying, but you're a kid, whatever. But you don't because this sounds like somebody's reading a book to you, really boring,
The
and they're bored, and
the
they're
thing
super
is
bored while
also
reading the
the
book.
thing is also about the game, which is I could understand a lot of people would love this part, but I don't enjoy this part. Is that another thing about a game is pacing. Even with an
Mhm.
open world game, it's still pacing. Like they need to give you a little bit of everything, little by little by little. With this game, it kind of gave me everything, not literally everything available, but it pretty much told me what I have available to me from the start almost. And so there's no build up
Yeah,
to like wanted to get something. Hold on. And then, so for example, I just said, I'm only 4 or 5 hours into the game and I already have a giant mech that I can control. I have a mount and I have a fucking water ski to traverse through all the waters and stuff like that. Like I
Mhm.
already have all these mechanics into the game as well as the crafting and still searching around and running around and doing whatever it is you want to do, however you want to do it in any order. But I was just like, okay, you just gave me all this stuff now, and it's just making the traversal already so easy. What else are you
Mhm.
gonna throw at me? So I was just like,
Mhm.
okay, cool, I like it, I guess,
Yeah.
kind of. But at the same time, I'm just like, all right, what else is there for me to get?
Yeah. I like I was watching Jay play the game, and I don't know why, but the game felt so off to me, especially
Hmm.
with the first boss that you run into, like the first official boss. Um the way that they tell you to run away afterwards, but I'm like, but you could kill him. But he kept doing the exact same attack move over and over and over, and it's like it didn't change. Like it was like he was stuck
Yeah.
doing the exact same motion. And like the dialogue as well. Like there's parts that just don't make sense to me. Like the wheelchair uh creature you run into that
Hmm.
gives you like a whole bunch of dialogue. How the fuck did he get out of the cave? Like that's I was so lost. I was like,
It's a wheelchair accessible
which
cave.
so he bet but you have to climb. Like when you I'm like, I didn't understand that. And then like there's some parts that give you like the same dialogue twice, like later on in the game where you get to talk to like whoever you want to join sides with, that they give you the same dialogue from both sides, and I'm like, that's bad.
Yeah.
Like there's no like uniqueness from talking to one or another. It's like if you kill
Well,
they like uh-huh.
well, I was gonna say that I agree 100%, and even what makes it worse is that you can talk to them like you have a choice. The whole game, part of the things that you like light and dark or whatever, so you can
Hmm.
choose to totally be a dick towards them or be an angel. But
Hmm.
their response is almost exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
They
Hmm.
just like finish their thought, you know.
It's like in those Persona games when they give you three of the same options. And it's like, why the fuck you even gave me an option? You could have just like let the
Yeah,
dialogue
that
keep
Yeah.
going. Like that's
that
how it
fucking
felt
drives
like
me
when I was
nuts. Yeah,
watching
you're
that.
right.
I was looking at that like that doesn't make sense. Like I was like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever. It's like whatever side you pick is fine. But
Another another thing I have a problem with the game is the combat. So there isn't no real lock on. It has somewhat of like an auto lock on, which doesn't really stick properly. And then like I like the melee combat a bit more than the gunplay combat. And what
right,
the
yeah.
mechanics expect you to do is kind of do a mix of both because it
Mm-hmm.
raises up like this meter that you have in order to do like a special type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're encouraged
Well,
to kind of
even
learn the move sets for
that's actually
both.
a little glitch. That's kind of yes and no, but that's also a little glitch too, because which is I don't like about it. You know how you get two moves, two special moves. And this game doesn't, and the game doesn't tell you. I figured it out myself. You can't use. They have this thing called Super Wong Fu, which once
Yeah.
you unlock, it's like a super move, right? And then you do it, and
Mm-hmm.
this list of things you can do. It looks pretty cool,
Yeah.
kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In order to do it, you have to chain. You're supposed to chain three finishing moves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they in the beginning when you first start the game, you have four finishing moves. But there's the basic like dodge and attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what considered a finishing move. There's another one you jump up in the air and you slam the floor. That's technically a finishing move. And then I think you shoot and I forgot what. Whatever. Anyway, those are the basic ones. Those don't count. I don't know if the game's glitched or what, but those don't count towards the Super One. Cool, you can do that all you want, but they won't count. You
Huh.
have to cheese off with the two that you unlock. And the same thing for the
Mm-hmm.
gun. So, or you can, so the two you can unlock, you can't do it back to back. You can't just keep doing the same one. You have to do one move, then switch to the other, and then go back to the first one you do.
Mm-hmm.
Or what the game wants you to do, like Danny said, is you do one move. If you have two melee moves, you do two melee moves, and then you do your gun move. Or you
Mm-hmm.
two melee moves, and you switch over to your other weapon, and you do that. That's what the game wants you to do. But
And it
most
doesn't
time
work.
I just find myself cheesing the same two melee moves back and just switching back and forth. Because it's
Yeah.
way easier to do that than to try to combine all this stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
that's part of the problem of the game is that they have the ability to do so much, or they're trying to give you the ability, I should say, to do a lot. But in
Mm-hmm.
reality, it's not a lot you can do.
Mm-hmm.
It looks flashy and it looks nice, but not really.
Yeah, I like the
Enough.
term
Yeah.
that Danny uses. It's more of a double A game. Like there's high, there's a high production value. Like you can tell that they spent a lot of time on it, and they have spent a lot of time on it because this game was revealed like 8 years ago or some shit, and
This game
it's
was
just
supposed
coming
to be
out now.
released. It was supposed to be released in 2018,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
they have been dealing with delays since
yeah,
2018. So to
yeah.
finally get it out, again, there's only like 20 people working on it. Like literally, that's their staff of 20 people. So you can't fault them that much, and you got to give it up to them for because the game looks gorgeous. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's
It
a
does.
PS4.
Yeah.
It looks great. It looks great. The moves and the way
Mm-hmm.
they do the fight
I like
styles
that
and
little
all this.
comic book style as well. Like you see the little
Oh yeah.
POW and stuff like
I
that.
like the click 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 when you run out of bullets. Oh,
Hmm.
Yeah.
I was like it makes me fall in love with it.
Or
Yeah.
even when you do the finish, it says the name like that. It's cool. Like it has promise if it was given to a AAA studio and then made it like an open like an MMO. Like this would
Mm-hmm.
be a awesome fucking MMO, or even
Mm-hmm.
like multiplayer of some
Mm-hmm.
sort.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be awesome. But because it's not, and it is what it is, it's you're not gonna get too much out of it, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't see too much DLC coming out of this in the future. Should
Yeah,
be on
I'm gonna
Game
look
Pass.
I'm gonna look into it later about how well it's doing, like financially.
Mhm.
Because hopefully it does okay. It does have potential. But we're gonna move on to something else. So yeah, that was the game I was pretty much playing, which was what was the previous thing. Aside from that, I got a review out for Jay and Silent Bob Mall Brawl. If you guys want to check that out, go to thedrunkenguardian.com. I reviewed
Sorry,
that game, which is like a retro brawler.
that sounds
Randy,
amazing.
it's not. It's actually not.
So it's just like
It's
Oh,
more of like a nostalgia trip kind of
it's a
thing and
nostalgia
nothing
trip
more.
thing, and it's as basic as it gets when it comes to like an arcade brawler. This game is more of like a promotion, I would think, to the actual game that Kevin Smith is working on, which is like a more I guess you could say AAA type of brawler. You'd have to look
mhm.
that up. I forget what the game is called, but this is like more of an add-on to it to kind of just promote the game that they're actually working on. So it's
Oh, so
okay.
what's the name of
It
the
is
game
what
that
it is.
what's the name of the game that you reviewed again?
Jay and Silent Bob Mall Brawl Arcade Edition.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys can also
Yo.
go to thecoalition.com in order to check the review as well.